everybody. What we normally do on this channel is I show you my nails and my rings, and then we talk about life. Okay, and normally my rings and I'm all dolled up with the rings and the nails. But today, this is what they look like. All right? Really bad. Without the nails. Not blingy. However, did you know, and I don't know if you ever did this, that my hands are the exact same as my son's? And for years, I just looked at his hands and I thought that is so cool that he has my hands, my genes. So, anyway, that's what I want to talk to you about, is what I've been feeling. And it does concern my son, my child. He's transgender, okay? And, hold on a minute. I need to get a lighter. Hold on 1 second. Where's my lighters? I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm back on. I try to pause it, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. My feelings on it. How I felt when I first found out. How I feel now. I don't even know where to start. My son, well, now he's 27, and I don't know. He's angry. He's angry at me. I don't know whether she, I don't know, but I'm going to just call him he. However, because he is a transgender, but his DNA is male, so it's just easier for me to call him my son, who is transgender, okay? But if he wants me to call him daughter, I will. I don't know what to do about that. But anyway, I don't think words really matter, that names matter that much, but hopefully I don't offend anybody. My son, his name is now Melody. So I guess I'm going to say Melody. Melody is angry, and very angry. And when he texts me, which is rare, or if I text him and he does answer me back, it's all these angry things about how I was a terrible mom and ruined everything, ruined his wedding, ruined his childhood. And it makes me feel horrible. It makes me sit there and think about it and hate myself. And then I start thinking about all the other people I was mean to, how horrible I were to other people, and nothing good. Just all, I'm a monster. I feel like a horrible person. And then I'll listen to these like affirmation things on how to make yourself feel better and get rid of guilt and everything like that. And it works for a while, and then to let go people who do not serve you, should I let him go? Well, evidently he doesn't want me in his life anyway, but so anyway, but I did want to talk about my journey as a mother to a transgender child. Okay. It's a long story, so I'm not sure how to go about this because I want you to get the big picture, and then I thought I would kind of start from the beginning and then move up to now and my feelings. I think that might be the best way of doing it. So, okay. The big picture is my son turned transgender. He said he was that way all of his life, since childhood. And I had 4 kids. My daughter died, and he was the youngest. I had so much hope for him. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't disappoint me now, but the way he feels about me does. I thought that he's a lot like me, that we'd have a better relationship, but... So anyway, I was married to his dad until Mikey was like, or Melody was like, I don't know, 14, 13, 14. And we got a divorce. A lot of it, well, I guess it was both our faults, but I always put the blame on me for everything. So I'm going to say I could have done things better, but I was very impulsive. And, well, I'm not going to beat myself up here. I've done enough of that. I just want to give you, okay. So, anyway, so I gave his dad custody, or because I thought he'd make a better father than me, a mother. And that I thought as a son, he needed his dad. You know, but I still saw him on weekends. I drove, and in the summer and stuff like that, we had joint custody. But I thought that would be best. Plus, I wasn't really in my right mind at the time. Did I make the right decision? I don't know. I don't think I did, though. I think I should have kept him. But, I need to like this. So he had it rough. His dad had girlfriends that lived with him, and I feel like they were abusive, but then I was in my own world too. So anyway, as you grow up, I get a phone call that he's in the hospital. I knew he started to have depression problems. Okay, he was in college, but it was a lot for him. And his dad was charging him rent still. I gave him the money for school after a while because I got a grant. But he was having a hard time during those years, like 18, 19, or even before that at school. He had gained a lot of weight in school. People teased him. Then he became anorexic, and this was about that time. He lost a lot of weight. Then I got a call. He wound up in the psychiatric hospital. See, I didn't have that much control because I wasn't there. I couldn't be there. I wanted to be there, but I wasn't physically there. And his dad was living with his girlfriend, so Melody lived with her friends in Melody's house, okay? And it was a tough time, okay? So I get a call, he was in the psychiatric hospital, he was going to get ECT, all this stuff. And so Um, I brought him home. You know, it was time for him to go home. And on the way home, he said he was transgender, which I had a feeling there was something like that going on, because before this happened, about 3 years before it happened, he had to go in for open heart surgery. And they asked him what medications he was on. And he said, you know, these hormone injections. And I knew what it was, but I just pretended like I didn't hear. I just, you know, didn't want to upset him. I just let it go. Okay. So getting back to what I was talking about. So I took him home, and on the way home in the car, he told me that he was transgender. And I kind of knew that because I saw him. I knew there was something like this going on. So I acted like, oh, it didn't really bother me. Oh, you know, it's fine. Be whatever you want to be. I love you, you know, no matter who you are. You know, I try to make light of it. You know, the stuff people say. I try to make light of it because part of me thought, okay, he's kind of rebelling maybe. You know, it's just a phase. He's kind of rebelling. If the more I say it, the more I make a big deal about it, the more I say you should think about this more, the more he's going to want it. And, you know, that's the way I felt at the time. I didn't know what to do. Okay, so I brought him home to my house. I live about an hour away from him, and he stayed at my house, and he was taking these injections. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to think. I didn't know, is this transgender thing real? Is it just propaganda, what the media wants people to be? And I thought, well, you know, these kids feel different because they're in adolescence. So they feel different, and then they want to know what's wrong with them. And then as soon as, you know, the school says that there's this thing called transgender, and it's for kids that feel different, they don't feel like they're the gender that they really are, then I felt like kids kind of latch onto that. And like, that's what's wrong with me. I knew there was something wrong with me, and that's what it is. But really, in that age, I felt like there was something wrong with me. I think it's just an age thing, a growing thing. You think you're different. So anyway, I don't even know. This is hard for me to talk about. It's hard for me to talk about because this is not what I imagined my life, my family life to be at this age. I thought, well, you know, I'd be having grandkids, and but here I am. But I know he's going through, or he has been through, and through his journey of being transgender, it's been harder on him than it is on me. And I feel for him. I feel the hurt. I feel the pain. I don't know exactly how he feels because it's not me and this transgender thing. I don't really know. I never thought about, am I a guy or a girl? I never thought like that. But the worst thing about it is that he's had it hard. Emotionally, physically, confusion. He's just not happy. I want him to be happy and free and not angry. and be able to talk to me. I love him no matter what. And I'm crying because I'm crying for him. I'm crying these tears because it kills me to know he's suffering, has suffered, is confused, is having to go through life like this, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to fix it. I want to fix it. And I want to be part of his life. But it seems like the more I do, the more I screw up. And there's a lot. There's a lot. And I want to tell you about everything. From when I found out to, I don't know, 14 years later, I guess. Till now. But I wanted to just give you a brief interview. I guess I'm going to do this kind of like a series. I think that'll be the best thing. And then, I'll start. I'll think about a good place to start. But now I wanted to give you a big picture of what's going on. Okay? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. So I thought, well, let me go on YouTube, share this, because it might help transgender people realize what their moms are going through. And they can relate to what my daughter is going through. It might help other mothers that are going through this. Because it's a weird thing. I mean, it's not like you go to a support group. I guess there is support groups, but I mean, people don't get it. People don't understand what your feelings are all the time. It's always in the back of your mind. It's always in the back of my mind. But it's something that, it's not a common thing, I guess. And people don't really talk about it. So it's like I can't talk to somebody that has been through it. I don't really know anybody who's been through it, really. I mean, my cousin, I guess. But I can't talk to her. But I don't know, there's not like a big group of people that, I don't even know. I didn't even look to see if there's anything on YouTube about it. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to come on. And I know this probably is going way too long and I'm kind of babbling and I got my story kind of all mixed up. But I think you get the gist of it. But I'm going to come on. I'm going to start from, I guess, when he came here. And then give you the events that took place. And my feelings. Okay. It was great to see you again. And I will see you tomorrow. Y'all take care.